In this video, we're going to get into it. Will XRP skyrocket? Also, Spring has sprung in more ways than one. And it all starts right now. Chip here with the XRP minute. Yes, we're living in the era where we don't get haircuts anymore. My hair's all jacked up. What am I going to tell you? It's just the way it is. It's a sign of the times, people. You remember that song, "Sign of the Times" by Prince? That's what we're living right now, right here. And you know, it's pretty sad when I can't pronounce the name of the first person in, but it looks like something like this: Guyson Santin. I don't know. But I know that whoever that is, they are first, right? Jeff is second. Jeff, I was surprised, man. I was hoping you'd be second, or Carolina would be in there, or somebody, or Jerry. But Carolina's right behind you, man. You got Peter Voss, Carl Lewis, shouting him out tonight. We got Wen Mullet in here. Guys, please tweet this out. If it's your first time, like and subscribe. You know the drill. Join our Telegram group. It's down below. We want to get some dialogues going. We're going to talk about cool stuff. I think we're going to talk about XRP. That's right. We saw a little green today, and I'm not talking about St. Patrick's Day. I'm talking about crypto green, right? And you kind of saw XRP out there. Everybody was happy today. Happy, yay, it was all fun, right? So we're getting there. We're getting there. It's a slow and sure thing. Let's dive in, shall we? Let's dive right in here. And let's go. Okay, check this out. What I wanted to do is get to this. Ripple price analysis. Is XRP/USD skyrocket to 35 cents in May? I don't know. But you know, if you had asked me this about 2 weeks ago, I'd have been like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe, could be. What's up, Roy? Roy just popped in, just chopped in the room there over there. What's up, Dan Regali? What's up, WB? Good to see you. Patrick Young is in here. What's up, Patrick Young? So when we think about this, when we think about could it go there? You know, I'll be honest with you, man. I was starting to get a little like, I'm never worried, right? Because we're all about the utility. But I just, 35 cents, I honestly see that being a reality. In May, we might blow by it. I think we're going to start getting our legs. We got the Bitcoin halving coming up. And there's the pro side people saying, well, the halving is going to turn into 40, 50, 60, 80,000, right? And we got the other people who are like, I don't know. I don't think it's going to do much. But when you look at this, a lot of speculation. Anyway, when it cuts back, you know what happens to XRP? When Bitcoin falls, we fall, right? And so when it rises, we rise. So is it possible? What if Bitcoin does go mooning? What if it blows past 10K, 11, 12, 13 special guests coming on? He's going to tell his story, and it's a story that I've heard from a lot of you out there. And we're gonna jump into it. We're gonna talk about what exactly happened. I don't want to give too much away. I want to tease a little bit, but please come back tomorrow night because it will be worth it. And again, we're doing some deep diving, some investigative work, and we got a cool roundtable coming up this weekend, all centered around this. But you know, we're here to try to do what we can to improve the space. We want to make the space better, right? It's one of the reasons we brought OTC. Be down with OTC? Oh, hell yeah, you're down with OTC because you're here, and I appreciate it. But On the Chain has a lot of cool things in store. But one of the things we want to do is bring you some fair, you know, reporting and some goofiness, and then, you know, some different variety of shows. If you guys were here Monday, you saw Jerry Hall streaming with XRP Carolina. And man, did they line up. It was really a fun show. I had fun watching it in the background, and I even, you know, I even got to go on the show. Check this out. I wanted to show you this. XRP continues to expand partnerships. A major effort includes partnering with the national banks of Thailand, the Philippines for settlements. One of the things that when this whole pandemic thing happened, everything kind of went quiet. There's really not a lot of crypto news, a little bit here and there. Everyone's like, what's going on with Ripple? Why are they so quiet? What is happening? Well, they were doing stuff in the background as they always are. They're always doing. They filed a lawsuit against YT. You guys know what I'm talking about. They filed a lawsuit. And turns out that our own David Schwartz, Joel Katz on Twitter, was booted. Apparently he was impersonating a guy that looked like him, that was him, that could have been him. Now, was it because they thought he was really impersonating somebody? Or did it have to do with the fact that they just filed this lawsuit? Or were they extra sensitive because they're like, uh-oh, we got a guy scamming on David Schwartz. Maybe it's not him. I'm pretty sure that'll all get resolved, but I'm not sure it's the kind of publicity that YT is looking for. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Notorious is in here. What's going on, Notorious? Richter Farms jumping in. Patricia C. What's going on? If you guys don't know Patricia C., she runs her own channel as well. She does a lot around the Coil community. You know, if you guys don't know Coil.com, one of the things that I'm very happy to say is that when you look at Coil as a platform, it's proven out because so many of you come in here and watch on the chain videos, and micropayments are being streamed. You know, so if you don't know Patricia's blog, I jump out on Coil and check her out. She's a mad writer. I haven't written in a little bit of time. She's been a little bit busy, consumed with things, OTC. You know, feel like now that I'm working at home, I'm working more than I ever have. I'm starting earlier, I'm finishing later. I don't know if you guys are experiencing that as well. Is that happening to you? Let me know down below. Let me know what your experience is working from home. Let me know if you can't work from home. Let me know what's going on. I want to hear what's going on in your world because I like to be in touch with the community and see what everybody's up to. Jumping along here, XRP spikes 9% as Japan's second largest bank takes a stake in Ripple partner SBI Holdings. So analysts attributed this to a collaboration deal which sees Japan's second largest bank, the Sumitomo Mitsui Financial Group, we know them better as SMFG, takes a stake in an SBI holding company. Now, SBI Holdings, you know, SBI is famous, right? And they're a major Ripple partner, Series C investor in the tech giant. And not only is there speculation that the tie-up will see the utilization of XRP at some future point, but SBI Holdings has also announced today the option for shareholders to receive XRP benefits. And we've heard about this before, but I like what's going on in Japan. You know, it's really great when someone's leading the way because we've heard all this blowout from China, this, and we've heard about the silly digital dollar, you know, about blockchain stuff. So when I see what Japan's doing, Japan's got its own groove. You know what I mean? They've been doing payments from their mobile devices forever. And they're on the leading edge when it comes to crypto. And I like what I'm seeing there. If I want to hear news, I really want to see somebody that's doing it right. Yeah, okay, so you have the digital yuan. It's not exactly the same coming out of a a Chinese communist nation who seeks to control the people's, the little guys underneath, right? There's a lot of that going on in all the countries. There's a lot of weird overview, overstepping, stepping on people, protesters, all this stuff. We'll get into a little bit of that. So I wanted to just pop that out there, right? Rain's here. What's up, Rain? Connie, hi, Connie. How are you? Vet Bro's in here. What's going on? So guys, tweet this out if you can. And again, if you're first time here, you know what to do. And if there's something wrong, if there's something weird about my hair, you nailed it, man. It's just, it's getting a little bit weird. You know, it's growing like crazy, and it's turning into a nutty sort of a thing. So why Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP will rally despite the COVID-19 led recession? So I like this. It's kind of nice to see some positive stuff going out there for a change, since we see so much weird stuff. There is something special about Bitcoin and crypto. So first off, it doesn't require government intervention, and it's when the USD skyrocketed, wreaking havoc on emerging currencies. Temporarily, Bitcoin, it only took roughly 40 days for the world's most valuable asset to reverse. So today, I looked at this article and I'm like, oh wow, let me go. Is there something I have to look strongly at here? So you've got the surge of stable coins, possibly injection of Bitcoin. So, you know, just a brief overview on this. Of course, we got to show charts with lines driven all over them and special crosses and golden crosses and kingdom crosses and all kinds of weird stuff like that. Not necessarily a TA guy, but I like to see, you know, some of this. I'm more of an AI guy, but there you go. You know, I always like to see dots, connect the dots, and this thing's going here, that's moving up there. Because, you know, the BTC time traveler has to get his 2 cents in there. So, you know, Ethereum's doing some amazing things as well. And then we come down to, Binance Ripple, foothold in Southeast Asia. Again, more news. Oh, no. Oh, what is this? Hang on a second. Let me hide that for a second. XRP traders' apathy seems to be over. Yeah, it certainly seems to be over. Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves, people. Let's not be fancy pants McGee and thinking it's all going to be okay. You know, just chill. Let's be a little modest. Let's like hang back a little bit. Let's not go too crazy out there, right? Am I right, Patricia C? Tina Hall, where am I going wrong? Please tell me, Rain. Anyway, let's pop around here. I like this too. I was like, what's going on? There must be some green in the marketplace. Why? Well, because the University of Waterloo professor says Ripple's XRP is more environmentally friendly than proof of work based Bitcoin. It's something we already knew this, but again, guys, just good news out there. Starting to get a little bit of it's not like we haven't heard this before, but it's nice to start seeing this, especially when they tie it into the coronavirus pandemic brought back attention towards maintaining a cordial relationship with our environment. Now, I don't know if you've seen the photos, right? This I saw on the news the other night. They were showing photos of like Paris, and then they're showing what it looks like today. It's clear. And all these cities that battle smog from the public transportation, the buses, the cars, the motor scooters and bikes and all that stuff, not the the regular motorbikes, right? And now they're showing stuff what it looks like. And I don't know, it's kind of funny because this again comes to the forefront when we talk about blockchain, we talk about Bitcoin, we talk about pollution. So they say with the pandemic created a sense of uncertainty, also giving pause to Mother Nature from a constant carbon emission and pollution. So you start to see these stories start making the rounds again, where they start talking about how great XRP is versus something like a Bitcoin. And I'm not dogging the coin, I'm just dogging the proof of work, right? Yeah, so that's what we got there. What's up, Annalise? Annalise just popped in here. What's going on, Annalise? Out of the corner of my eye, I just saw you pop in here. Yeah. And let's go to this next one here. That's all my messages. Hey, Bank of Japan jumps on the quantitative easing infinity bandwagon. This one took me back a little bit. Now, in the US, quantitative easing has been going silly nuts, right? It's been going a little la 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 la, right? A little bit crazy, a little bit nutty. And I saw this, I thought, oh yeah, is this real? So the Bank of Japan has opened the door to unlimited quantitative easing by removing its restrictions, stating that it would aim to print money to buy government bonds worth up to 80 trillion yen, which is about $74 billion per year. They've also raised the cap on holdings of commercial paper and corporate bonds from 7 trillion to 20 trillion yen. And the bank's governor said, if you look at this from what we're doing from the size of our balance sheet against GDP to our measures compared to the size of commercial paper and corporate bond markets, the scale of the Bank of Japan's easing is far larger than any other central bank. So this kind of took me by surprise. I wasn't expecting this one, kind of came out of nowhere. I thought it was just an interesting short tidbit. And then I was tying it back into the spread of coronavirus. Now, I've seen them both ways where it's been joined together as one word and then two words. It's having a grave effect on our economy. So everyone's playing the violins, And, in the U.S. today, here in Florida where I live, and Jeff lives in South Florida here, our governor got on TV today and started talking about the plan to reopen Florida. We're going to start having restaurants, 25% capacity. We're going to see how that goes. But the park's open, so today when I'm walking the dog, what do I see? People playing tennis, basketball, kids are playing in the park again. It was good. Don't get me wrong. He kind of hit me a little bit in the feels because it was good to see the game is on again. And I wanted to talk about this because when I said Spring has sprung, I was talking about not Spring the season. I was talking about Spring, Xpring, the offshoot of Ripple. I was talking about the open platform for money. So this is what I was talking about, Spring. So that's what I was getting a little cute with Spring and Sprung. So if you guys know Fast Company, it's a pretty leading business magazine in the U.S. Profile companies, some really well-written articles. So what they have their experimental section, so they have concepts, prototypes, and just launched ideas that may have a clear impact and have the potential to change how we think about an issue. So what they did was they obviously have the winners, they have the finalists. Now Spring wasn't chosen as a finalist, but they were chosen. Let's look down here. They were chosen as an honorable mention. So this is huge, right? There's a lot of cool companies in here, probably a lot you've never heard of before. I don't know what group it does, but probably something cool. But anyway, the key thing I want you to drill down on is have the potential to change how we think about an issue. And when we think about cryptocurrency, we think about interoperability. When we think about development around blockchain and moving value in the store of money, we think of something like Spring. Spring is just young chicken, right? I think it's only less than 2 years old. So they're doing some amazing things here. So the platform provides developer tools, services, and programs to integrate money into your app. So basically what they do is they have an API which as a developer you can basically reference, and they have available for pretty much every all the major platforms that you can think of. Let me see, where do they have that? They recently just changed their website. There you go. Yeah, JavaScript. So this is if you're going to put it into Swift. Now, don't get crazy. Swift doesn't deal with, Swift, the people, bank-owned people that move money. Swift is actually the name of the language for the iOS system. Then, of course, you have Java. And yeah, they have a lot of stuff in here. Let me look here. Yeah, so and I also like how old school this site is. I like how they go back to just using this monospace type. It's really cool, man. It's really nice. So basically, they're leveraging the ILP, and then again, their standard open protocol to simplify payment structures. So look at all the good stuff that's happening. We got a lot of cause to celebrate in this community, man. We're starting to get our due. There's starting to be a lot of stuff. Start seeing Spring that started as an idea. Spring has sprung. It's getting recognized by one of the leading business publications. Now, if you bring up Forbes, I'm going to yell FUD on that. I don't believe anything I read in Forbes. I see all these articles. People pass me articles like, "Hey, check this out. There were 30 bills that were written for Congress." And I look and see Forbes, and I'm like, "Hey, God, seriously?" I'm not reading anything by Forbes anymore. I mean, any yo-ho can write something for their yoo-hoo. They're like, "Hey, man, I'm a Forbes contributor." And now if it's an OTC contributor, it's a whole different story. We look at that with a little bit more, we'll give a little more credence to that, right? That's what I would say. Sal Japper, what's up? Hello, loaded XRP and waiting. Right on, Sal. Good to see you here tonight. I wanted to look at this too. So this is Bloomberg puts out this pub right here, and I'm weary about scrolling up because I'm wondering if I'll find the page again. But this is also a very good sign. You've got Bloomberg, who is really kind of a household name. They go into Bitcoin and the gold convergence, and what they're sharing in here. I kind of highlighted the gold just so you can kind of see what was going on. But they really talk about Bitcoin being a store of value. This is good stuff. We're always talking about adoption. When's the adoption coming? When's the mass adoption? Well, mass adoption has to come in different forms. And now when someone like Bloomberg, which is a trusted publication for financial stuff, they make the terminals that sell the data, that allow traders to do stuff. When you start seeing someone like Bloomberg covering Bitcoin in this fashion and start really putting a lot of value that it's a digital gold, this is a really great thing. They talk about COVID-19 supporting Bitcoin on-chain indicators dominance. Bitcoin on-chain remains price supportive. They show charts. I mean, this is a really and it's very robust as well. I'm not going to go into it, but look at this. It's called Bitcoin maturation leap, right? Mature. I always get tripped up on that word, right? But look right here, Bitcoin and gold, right there it is, money shot. Bitcoin and gold showing convergence with endurance. This is good stuff. When we start seeing these making the rounds, it's good for the whole entire crypto community. And that means whatever coins you're in, altcoins, Bitcoin, if you're holding Bitcoin, starting to think that might have a better effect, or at least maybe not in the short term, but I think long term we will see that next bull run surpass the 20K. Not price predictions, just a gut feeling that I have. Not going to give a gut. Hey, Serdan's in here. I'm saying that right. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Serdan, what's going on? If you don't know him, he's also got a very successful Coil blog. And I want to shout out his beer series, right? He does a whiskey series. He's got a beer series. And he's called me out a couple times when I said, "Hey, buddy, do you like Corona?" And he laughed at me and said it's the worst beer ever on the planet. It wasn't that bad. I was kind of making a little bit of a joke. But we did agree on a couple of beers, which I think is a good sign. But he really gets inside of that. And it's a really good thing. You can look him up on Coil and check him out as well. There's a lot of great stuff, guys. I think Coil is a phenomenal platform. I mentioned it here a few moments ago that when you guys come in here, with your Coil subscription. It's only $5 a month. Go support people in our community that are putting some real value out there, funny stuff, heartbreaking stuff, XRP related, blockchain. Mancho's another guy that writes some amazing stuff. We got Ferdy, XRP Twin writing some amazing stuff. I learned more about Legos than I ever thought I would learn about Legos, and he built a castle with his son, and after the first, there's a couple, I saw the structure, I was like, wow, that's pretty cool, but no, that was only the beginning. It was like this whole big thing. Anyway, I want to jump back to the dominance. I want to talk about what we need to see in the community. When we start seeing people like Bloomberg, a household name, talking about this is a good sign. So this is something they put out. It's the April 2020 edition. What does this tell you? The halving's coming up. What are they trying to tell us? Can somebody tell me what they're trying to say? I think I know. And I think what it looks like is, it's not buy sign per se, but they're clearing the decks so that you get knowledge, you get into it, you understand, and you know what gold is as an investor, and now you kind of get to know Bitcoin in a different way and start losing and erasing that narrative that we've heard for so long. It's bad, it's for trafficking, it's for drugs, it's for criminals. Listen, criminals love the US dollar. I hate to be a deal breaker here. And what do we got here? So here's what I wanted to show you right here. This is the tweet right here. Sprung put this out. Incredibly honored to be recognized against other amazing people that are changing ideas. And I congratulate and I tip my hat. I don't have a hat. I have a hat somewhere here. But let's say I had a hat on. I would be like this, and I would tip it. It would be like tip. It would be a hat tip, right? H/T on Twitter. I would tip my hat just like that. Guys, I talked about the bad hair. I did a whole thing on bad hair. My hair is all jacked up. Look at it. It's crazy. It's getting weird. And this is a whole fun article that I found. It says, in defense of bad do-it-yourself haircut before the post-lockdown. Now, a lot of people I know are cutting their own hair. I'd rather grow mine. I'd rather not even mess with it, okay? So there's Melanie Griffith and Joan Cusack in Working Girls from 1988. That is some wicked bad hair right there. Here we go. Here's Susan Sarandon and Sharon, the Witches of Eastwick. They got that fuzzy fur look, right? I don't know. How are you guys faring with this whole thing, with being locked in? I mean, how's your hair? I mean, you putting product in it? Are you buying product? What are you doing with your hair? I'm just curious what's going on there. So let's talk about the perm. You guys know who that is? Oh, that's Whitney Houston, right? Look at that. Check this out. Bam. So there's a couple different evolutions. Now we get into the bangs. Look at that, huh? See, I don't know, man. I think that I would be all into that hairstyle right there, let it grow out a little bit, all crazy, teased a little bit, right? Those are the 80s bangs right there. Some weird ear thing going on there. We're going to oh, jeez. Oh, wow. Look at this. So, yeah, a little bit frightening. I don't know what this is all about, but this is experimental type stuff we've gotten into here. And never forget that Vidal Sassoon asymmetric helmet cuts were once the height of fashion. I don't know. I bet you probably Tina Hall had this to do back in the day. I'm sure she probably was wearing this. I'm thinking Annalise probably might have been sporting a do like this. It's kind of fun. It's a helmet hair. It's kind of weird. Those, back in the day in the 90s, we had the guys wearing that helmet, the gladiator look. I mean, that was a big thing. There you go. It's just, all kind of crazy stuff. And all of a sudden, my hair's starting not to look so bad. There's some weird stuff going on, right? It's so funny how it looks so old and weird. And this is, I don't know what that is. That's not even a hat. That's a weird thing. Of course, you have Princess Di over here, the famous Princess Di cut there. Holy cow, what's this? My goodness, what is it? Oh, wow, look at that right there, huh? Anyway, I'm just going to pop through this. And then look at that. That's the mushroom top right there. That was like the jellyfish, the little jellyfish hairdo. Everyone can't wait to get the jellyfish hairdo. That's just going to be a lot of fun. Look at that. There's a little whimsy. It's just very nice the way it's popped out there. Look at this, huh? There you go, guys. That's my new cut. I'm going for this do right here. A little bit of facial hair. Get the little things, little sporty thing going on the side there. And of course, I might, if I get it that long, I might press some hearts into it. But you never know. Guys, I want to talk about another important subject here. So Instagram pods game the algorithm by coordinating likes and comments on millions of posts. So this is something that's been discovered. I want to talk about a little bit about fraud. I want to talk about deception sometimes. Okay, so I want to look at this. So basically, what happens is you got all these people um, in these groups, and they're basically liking each other's stuff. But like, you got the pod stuff here. Now, I see a lot of weird stuff going on YouTube. I see a lot of stuff that doesn't look right to me. And when I see stuff like this, look, I don't see anything really necessarily wrong with this as long as it's real human engagement. If you've got human engagement, they're making a point that you're basically gaming the system. But are you? If people are liking it, if it's real human interaction, I don't necessarily know. What I question is if it's not human interaction. What does that look like? Bots, you know, it looks as though something's happening, but it's really not happening. So when I saw this thing, it kind of, they talk about a gray area, right? Well, what's the gray area if a bunch of people get together and say, hey man, I'm going to support you, you support me? To me, it looks more like community. Now, if those aren't real people and it's just like somebody goes out there and they're gaming the system and really gaming it and they're breaking rules out there, that's a whole different scenario that I don't really want to traverse. But it's interesting the way they came after that. Researchers at NYU have identified hundreds of groups of Instagram users with thousands of members that systematically exchange likes and comments. I don't really think it's that at all. I think, if you build community and you build people and they're looking at your stuff and man, that's not necessarily a bad thing. I don't see that as bad at all. But again, this is what happens when the tech darlings of blogging write these little things. Now, what they ought to talk about is the fakery that's going on in there. Like people, you ever know somebody that blows up on Twitter? All of a sudden, they've got like 2,000 people following them over 5 years, and then 3 weeks later, they've got 15,000 followers, right? And not a lot of engagement. That's the stuff I question. And if they're going to write stuff like this, I would rather them not question community stuff where people get together and support each other. I think they should rather question tomfoolery and fakery, right? So yeah, Frederick Derrick is here. When did that happen? To Minus Wells? What is going on? When Mullet? Right along the lines of When Mullet and Teeth Dealer. I want to jump in the comments here. Where's Connie with her subtraction joke? What's going on? What am I missing? A lot of fun stuff going on in this chat right here. I can see that. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in that chat. That's what I'm saying. So let's jump on here. What else do we have here? Okay, just a short Apple story, but Apple will make it easier to unlock your iPhone while wearing a face mask. How about if you make it easier for me to purchase a device that's not made in a country that just unleashed a giant spider on the world? How about if you do that, huh? How about if you say, hey, buddy, I know you've been loyal since the early 90s. I know you once spent $7,200 on a Mac 2 CX and you bought one of the first laser printers for $5,000. I understand that. Why would I make you buy it from a country that just unleashed a giant, dangerous spider into the world that was crawling on people's faces and we all had to wear masks? I'm just simply saying, put your time and energy into moving the supply chain. I'm cool if I have to, this is a first world problem, right? If I don't have to use my Face ID and I simply have to put my number in, I'm going to live. What I'm not happy and I'm not really cool about is the fact that you're not making the move like everybody else is making the move. So, hey, just a friendly little tip from your neighborhood shit, right? That's what I'm telling you. That's all I'm saying. And I want to go off on this. This is weird. Like I have this, there's a tab here. There we go. Look at this. So that you can get custom face masks of your own face. But I say to hell with that. So I see, like, imagine RTV Dutchie, wearing like Annalise's face, you know what I mean? That would be fun. Or Patricia C would wear Serdan's face, Now that's a lot more fun because you can wear somebody else's face. This face over here is the same as this face over here. It's a lot more fun when you start mixing them up. That's a little bit more fun when you kind of flip-flop them, right? You can see what the opposite looks like. And I don't know. To me, this doesn't look to be all that safe. It just looks to be a lot of fun. I think this is pre-spider beer thing going on. I think it has to be. At least that's what I'm thinking right there. So, what I want to do is jump in here. I want to see what kind of questions were asked. And it turns out I still think Chip looks like Ellen DeGeneres. That's fine, man. I'm okay with that. I will crush you like a grape. By the way, Roy, right now, I'm crushing your head like a grape, man. Like a grape. I'm crushing your head. Ellen DeGeneres. What the hell, man? You're kind of out of your mind. Why did I have to read that? Hey, Doc, you almost missed. You almost did miss me, but don't worry. I'm going to stream for another 3.5 hours. I'm going for the record. You think DNI has it? Oh, no. Oh no, man, I'm gonna go after that. There's no doubt. What's up, Doc? I always like saying that. What's up, Doc? You know, little Bugs Bunny reference there for you people out there. Little Bugs Bunny. Now, if anyone else wants a second RTBs thing, so I can permanently ban you from the stream, I'm just kidding. That's not. He still thinks I look like Ellen DeGeneres. Man, you will not let that go. I think you started out like a year ago, and I thought it was dead and we buried it somewhere, but it turns out it did not. Oh, look at this. Doc did not get an alert. I don't like when that happens, Doc. That is not a good thing, but I guess you guys got your alert, or I probably, put it in a chat somewhere and you probably got that, right? Uh-oh, Rain's saying that's the rude because I'm not going to say that, but I'll just say the beast. She's a beast. She's a beast. I liked her early stand-up. I thought it was really pretty cool. I still think she's pretty funny. Every once in a while, she's very dry. I like that dry sense of humor, so I'll give it that. Hey, Nickel and Dime is here. What's up? Nickel and Dime, how are you, man? There's another guy who's a legend on Coil as well. Man, I love all the Coilers coming out to support the XRP Minute, and I just really want to support them as well. Nickel and Dime, great musician, man. And funny, right? He writes some funny stuff. He's got writes about a lot of experience stuff. That's why I say, guys, go over to Coil. I think what we ought to do sometimes we ought to do an XRP Minute highlight show. Highlight some people in the community, bring them on because I love what's happening in Coil. And I'll tell you on all of our channels, if you guys are sub to this channel, we also have another channel. We call it the standard here at headquarters. We call it the OTC standard and the OTC live. It's the only way we can distinguish between them. Now, the reason for that, you see some of Jerry Hall's shows over there. The reason is because those are uploaded videos. These are the live videos and or premiere. I want to talk about tomorrow night. Tomorrow night we have a very special edition of Deep Dive. We're going to have bring somebody on to tell their story. And it's a story that I've heard so many times that's going to be very valuable information because people are getting hurt out there and we got to get to the bottom of that. That's what I will say. So it'll be a very special edition of the Deep Dive tomorrow night. Again, bringing somebody on, and we're going to be following that up with the roundtable episode coming up this Sunday. I want to go back up into the chat. Yeah, Jeff says don't miss tomorrow night. So Jeff and I have been doing our own deep dive, and we've been looking around at stuff. XRP Ventures here. What's up, Venture? By the way, Venture's on his way to get the special. It's the OTC hoodie. It's like, are you down with OTC special hoodie? Saturday Night Live if you did 5 shows, you got the official jacket. And Venture's already been on the roundtable 3 times, so he's on his way to getting that, the big old fun hoodie. That's right, the hoodie. Avoid the crypto pain. That's right, and we're going to get into it. It's a story that needs to be told. The community needs to be alerted, and it's a lot bigger than I even thought it was. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of people out there that got hurt in the community. So we're gonna put it out there. We're gonna start talking about it because we want people to understand that we care about you. Big old love. This is a big beating heart because we care about this community. It's one of the reasons we founded this channel, right? Am I right? Am I right? Am I right? Am I right? Venture, Carolina, am I right? I think so. Jeff, tell me, where am I going wrong? This is where I'm going to channel Jeff right in this moment right here, right? And tomorrow night, Jeff and I will be doing that. Special guest coming on to tell the story. That's what we're going to talk. Sal Jaffer says, hello, XRP fans. Invested some in XRP at 0.12 in March. Well, you are a smart human, all right? Because guess what that means? That means you're already up 30%. But I'm not great at math. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not great at math, but I think that's pretty good. You go from 12 cents to 22 or 23 cents. It's a pretty good day, almost a time in a very small period of time. And I have a friend who said to me, hey, man, how's the cryptocurrency thing doing, man? Are you up? Are you down? I'm like, well, look, I mean, if I could dollar cost average, I'm not doing too bad. And he's like, so what's XRP? And I was like, whoa. He goes, what's XRP doing today? And I told him, he's like, oh, I said, He goes, but just last week you were telling me, or 2 weeks ago you were telling me you were around 15 cents. I'm like, I was telling you that. He's like, he goes, man, if I get it now and it goes to 40, that's a pretty good. I said, hello. So people come around after a while, but usually when you're in the dumper, it's not usually the best time to talk about what's happening there. You know what I mean? Everyone needs to sign up for Coil. This is mine as well. So you don't have to pay. It supports people like the Sexy Chip. Look at that. I'll take that, man. And what the hell? I'll take that all day long. But more importantly, Patricia C, Patty B, Michael B, Nickel and Dime, Certain, all these amazing people. And if I forgot you, Danny Torres. There's so many great bloggers out there. XRP Twin. Guys, it really is a cool platform. When you guys have that subscription and you're sending these little tiny micropayments, they're streaming along. You're just watching, and in the background, they're streaming. And how do we know this? Because sometimes we go in there, we're like, boom, we got hit with some XRP. So it's kind of nice. It's another way to monetize, right? And so you can set your YouTube channels. We have both of them set up. Look, it's not breaking any, it's not breaking any records, but it's a little something, right? Because you think about it, I always think about it like this. It's better than a sharp stick in the eye or a pen. Not better than a really good haircut, but not bad, right? So I love the fact that it's there. Now, we do have a Coil channel that we set up where we were experimenting with doing the after show. As you guys know, we do a show every Sunday night on this channel, and we have different guests that we bring in. We talk about stuff. We have a little laugh. And usually when that show ends, we have what's called an after show. That after show would end up on Coil. We're kind of experimenting a little bit with that. That after show we're gonna try to experiment and throw it on the other channel just to kind of cross promote a little bit. So I think we have one in the can right now that we just didn't put out there, and it's with from Cryptopolis. So we're gonna probably put that out there probably next week. So that's what we'll probably do. Yeah, so Nickel and Dime brings us up. They updated the front page of Coil, and it is pretty slick. Let me see if I can pull it up over here. I'm just going to kind of like, because I really ought to pull that up while we're talking here, while we're going over this stuff. I might have to go into the login here. Let me see here. Bam. Oh, and then change it to the point of where I'm clicking all over everything, and I don't know. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Where are we? Okay, let's throw this over here. Yeah, there's a lot of tabs I have open. That's crazy amount of tabs, right? So check this out. So you can look at Cinnamon videos. Here are the Coil blogs here. Some esports. Twitch is another way. They also support Twitch, like I talked about YouTube. Podcasts going on. Where's the XRP minute? Now, where's the OTC? Where's on the chain? I don't see it. Okay, we didn't make it. That's okay. It's okay. It's right. It doesn't have to happen. But let's go look at the blogs here. So here we go. Stat picks. Another stat picks, and I believe Ferdy's stat pick this week. So they go ahead and they pick out some cool stuff. That's why I say, guys, check this out. Colin, the Crypto Ocelot, is another great one. Riley Q. Sophie does a lot of great mixtape music stuff, and something I really love. What's up, RTB? Thank you for the $3.99 bomb. Loving the live XRP minute. Thanks, Chip. Oh, you're very welcome, Roy. I love when you come in the stream, and I love when you give me accolades like I look like Ellen DeGeneres, okay? Because I love that, man. I live for that. So thank you for that. Peter Ray Hicks, just look at some of the cool stuff in here. There's all kinds of stuff on here. And look, if you have a Coil, like look at this right here. It says Coil is paying. You see that? It's a little visual of me streaming micropayments right now. Now it's going to Coil. And if you guys don't know XRP, the standard productions, this is some of the funniest stuff going on right now. So there's some good stuff. Here's Ferdy's. I talked a little bit about Ferdy's. And here's Nickel and Dime right here. He finished coding a game. That's pretty badass. Let's take a look at this. Pretty cool, right? So he talks about it. And again, these vlogs are so in-depth. Let's look at this. Bam. Here we go, live. And so the thing is, if you got a subscription, you can basically upvote. You go through and you read it. And as I'm reading it, in the background, it's streaming XRP micropayments, right down here. Now, normally, if you're not a subscriber, there's going to be some hidden content you can pop in here and kind of look at and say, whoa, what's going on here? Well, I don't want to give it away because, there's a lot of hard work that went into this. But I just want to show you that there is something down there. Oh, a little peek. Peek, right? Let's get into a peek. Let's look over. And then Ferdy did this one. You know him on Twitter as XRP Twin. The last day of this Lego castle. My God, this Lego castle has 4 billion Legos in it. It is just astounding, right? But again, I look at these pieces and I'm like, I can't do this, right? So he talks about the whole evolution. You guys have to come here and look at it. Go through the stat picks. I was also lucky enough to be chosen for stat picks. I think 2 or 3 times. I was really just blown away because when I see the level of writing going on out there, I was like, I'm not worthy, right? Then you can explore all these too. You can look at all kinds of cool stuff, guys. If you're sitting there thinking to yourself, when is the mass adoption coming? This is part of it. Be a product of the product. Go out there and support the fellow people in the community. Put a lot of hard work and creativity and energy into these blog posts. I mean, you say like, well, geez, what can I do? I'm just a person. I'm hanging out on planet Earth, third rock from the sun. What can I do? I'll tell you what you can do. You spend $5, get a Coil subscription, and go have some fun. Go watch some videos. It's not just about this. If you're on Twitch, you can also support. If you're a gamer, you can also support that way. You know, you can also come over and go to, oh my gosh, there it is right there on the chain. There we are. Bam, there's on the chain right there. So this is where we put the after shows. There's Oz Crypto, DNI. So a lot of cool stuff happening on there. We had Brad Kimes on. Now, if you guys like music, you got to check this one out. The Brad Kimes one. We talk all about music. Brad and I fanboyed. I'm a musician. I'm a guitar player, singer-songwriter, and Brad Kimes is a badass drummer. So we had a little bit of fun on this particular one as well. So anyway, go check that out. I also have one too. It's real simple. It's that Chip. There you go. Bammo. There's Chip. And I write about cool stuff, fun stuff too. Like the time I met Gregory Hines, the famous tap dancer. That was a really fun story. Some other things I've written about, you know, like bacon breath and, you know, anti-alcohol posters. But anyway, this isn't really about me. This is really about the community. But I want to let you know that I support it. On the Chain supports it. I think if you want to start supporting what Coil is all about, you would jump out there and you get into this, because this is how mass adoption happens. We support people and we embrace them. We embrace this in the community. TB with another $1.99. Share your screen, please. Thank you for saying that, because I thought I was sharing my screen. Holy cow. Let me jump back a little bit, guys. That is a faux pas of mine. And let me jump back here. Hang on a second. Sorry about that. Sorry, I forget where I'm at sometimes. You know, it happens. There we go. Boom. Thank you. Thank you, man. Sorry I missed that. Anyway, here it is. Coil. Boom. Retro intro. Here's the blogs I was telling you about right here. Let's jump into it right there. Sorry I wasn't showing that. I went through the staff picks, and we have 2 people in our, at least one or 2 people right now inside of our chat right now. That, let me jump back down to it. So we've got, where are we? XRP Standard Productions, you know, on Twitter. And there's Ferdy right here, Ferdy XRP Twin. That's what you know him on who he is on Twitter. And there's the castle, right? So sorry about not sharing my screen. And then let's see. Upload that. Make sure I can upload that. Holy boy, guys. Yeah, I don't know why I jumped all the way out there. Yeah, there's Lego Castle. And where did I see? Huh. I thought I saw Nickel and Dime here as well. I thought for sure. There he is right there. Nickel and Dime just finished coding a game. You can read all about it. You can go in here and check it out. He wrote this coded a little game. I think that's phenomenal. I don't know how he did it, but he's also a very talented musician. And what I was showing you down here is that if you get this $5, a lot of cool, fun, hidden content is below the fold here. And there it is. But I don't want to tease it too much. I also went and showed a little bit of about On the Chain here. You got On the Chain is here. On the Chain. Here we go. There we go. Yeah, I was showing these shows that we've done. Brad Kimes one. We had Lee from SPQR. We did a lot of laughing on this particular show as well. And then we had Petro, the Venezuela coin right there. I'm not going to say it. It's not nice to say stuff like that. And but again, I was talking about some of the people in this stream here that run these. What's up, Simon Bickerton? How are you doing? And that's why I think you guys should go on there and sort of support it. I mean, you really ought to. There's some really good stuff happening there. And again, you upvote them. You can't upvote anything. If you like it, you can upvote it. If you don't like it, just, hey, give it a read and move on. You know, it's okay. You don't have to go through everything. But there's some really cool stuff. Here's Patricia C. She's in the stream. There she is. Look at this. Massive. Wordless Wednesday. Buddha Eden. Garden in Portugal. It's the kind of stuff you're going to find on Coil, guys. All this awesome content, right? Pretty cool stuff. So this is the kind of stuff that you want to be checking out. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm laying down? Thank you, Roy, for doing that. I know you had to burn $1.99, but maybe next time I have an Ellen DeGeneres joke ready for you, if possible. I'm going to jump back over here to my South Beach loft. Again, I'm trying to close that window back there. I'm afraid birds are going to fly in. I'm always a little bit hot, and gets a little bit weird because I do get a little bit of hot in here because that window's open, man. I mean, it's summer. It's like 95 degrees outside, and I think that's like 27 Celsius or something like that. I don't know. I'm not good at numbers, so I'm not good. I want to jump back into the chat. Go to work, Nick. So there we go. One mullet, no hate zone. I like it. Building websites, you guys can play it, and it will be linked to Coil. Now you see, this is innovation. This is awesome. Nickel and dime. You seeing this? This is pretty cool. It's going to be connected to Coil. I want to show you guys something else that's connected to Coil that you haven't seen. Roy's probably going crazy. He's like, Chip, you're not showing your screen. And I'm like, I hear you, man. I hear you yelling. I see it. So let's go to this real quick. Let's go to something called onthechain.io. Oh yeah, this is run by Coil as well. Yeah, oh yeah, Coil's on this. Oh yeah, Coil is on it, baby. Now if you scroll right down here, the OTC updates, you put your name in, you know, blah, blah, blah. You put Chip in there, whatever, you put your email in there, and say, I'm down with OTC. This also is running on Coil. So we've got this running on Coil. We've got our YouTube channels running on Coil. We have a Coil blog, big purveyor of what they're doing, what they're all about. So I really urge you guys to go take a look at that. Tomorrow night is a very special edition of the deep dive. You guys aren't going to miss it. If you can't see it live, you can certainly catch it the next day. But again, we're going to be putting something out there that I think is really important for this community. It's something different. It's different in the sense that it has a story that needs to be told because there seems to be some shenanigans going on. And it looks like these shenanigans have really affected a bunch of people. We can't have that. We're a team. We love each other. We're family. Virtual hug. Give me a virtual hug, right? And just the same way we're virtual distancing. I think it was the first time I heard that coin phrase. It was Dave Cryptopoulos that said that. And look at this. Simon says recycled pallets, best pellets in Melbourne. Simon recycled pallets. What is that? Pallets. Simon recycled pallets, best pallets in Melbourne. I'm not sure what that is, but it seems like a tongue twister. Simon recycled pallets, best pallets in Melbourne. Say it 4 times fast. Thank you very much, Simon Bickerton, for that Australian Aussie, that Aussie 299. Man, I love that. That's very fun, very cool. Guys, I'm not sure what that means. Simon recycled pallets, best pallets in Melbourne. Is that a slang thing, man? Because maybe I'm not down on the Aussie lingo per se, right? So you guys got to clue me in on that. Stop teasing us. What is it? What is it? What is it? Guys already know what it is. It's just that I'm going to exactly tell you what it is, but it's a story that has to be told. And I like that because you're just going to have to drop by and see, right? Dastardly. You're going to have to come by and check it out because and it's not so much that I'm teasing it. We always do weird stuff. We do conspiracy stuff on Deep Dive. It's a different, look at this. LAG just popped in. Look at this. It's Aussie Central here tonight. This is fantastic. I'm loving life right now. And please, Simon, I don't know what the Simon recycled pallets, best pallets in Melbourne. I don't know what that means. What does that mean anyway? I don't know what that is. Oh, I'll put another XRP on the ball. Yeah, that's what he said. Little Bobby there. Yeah, I like that too. And Annalise is here, and she's also from down under. Look at this, man. We're having just having a party. Oops, dropped the Simon's recycled pallets in Melbourne. Okay. Oops, that was an oopsie of an oops. So there you go. I don't know what that is exactly. I don't know what it is. I really want to get to the bottom of it. So, guys, we've been doing, like, if you've noticed the new lineup here on the OTC on the chain. So Monday night, Jerry Hall, our own Jerry Hall on the other channel. And guys, if it's your first time here, please like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. If you don't, you're welcome to give me a thumbs down and get one or 2 minutes in every single time. I get disappointed at this point if I don't get one. And if you don't like it, hey man, you can hit the thumbs down. I prefer you not to. I prefer you just like move along. Nothing to see here. Keep going. But I also want to let you know something really key and important, that the other channel has different content. Monday night, we had Jerry Hall and XRP Carolina, live stream calling show. So Jerry is bringing this. He's really going to pioneer where he's going to bring you from the community on the show to talk with him about whatever. I don't know if it's an open format, but he'll bring you in. We've got some new software we're using that makes it easy. He sends you a link. You basically click on it. You come into a green room. You know, you look up, get your stuff all going, fluff your hair a little bit, and then next thing you know, boom, there you go, right? That's how it works. And that's all it is. So you can do that. Now, Tuesday nights, Jeff and I do a little thing. Yesterday, we talked about the China dominance. So we do this show, just an on-the-chain show, nothing else. We'll just Jeff and I back and forth. Wednesday nights are the XRP Mini with Chip. That's me, the chipster, the chippo right there. And we do that. Tomorrow night's deep dive, Thursday night's a deep dive, and then Friday we may have a special live stream. I'm not confirming it, but I'm just keeping your eye on Friday for right now. And Simon Biggerton says, Simon's recycled pallets, the best pallets in Melbourne. Okay, let me do this like my radio voice. No, if you want the best pallets in Melbourne, you have got to check out Simon's recycled pallets in Melbourne. How's that, man? Did I win? Is there something there? Did I get it? Did I get the gig, Hunt? Do I get that? I think that's it. I think I nailed it right there. They are the best. I don't know this for a fact, but I do know Simon, and I know he's a badass. So they got to be phenomenal. That's what I'm saying right there. What else we had? Connie said, hey, pallets you put stuff on and move with a forklift. Okay, yeah, okay, there you go. So that's what a pallet is. I kind of knew that was a pallet, Connie, but I guess it was that second word that was kind of recycled. So check Brave Rewards for creators. You can link the YT channels. I think so. I think one of our channels is set up for that. Jeff knows more about it. I think we do have that. Tina Hall says, thank you, Chip. I love your show. Thank you very much. I love you guys. Man, I really do. Threadwork Derek is in here. We got there's so many emojis. I got emoji fever over here. Man, one of them looks like Ellen DeGeneres. Is Sims trying to tell me something? What are you trying to say anyway? Are you trying to get something in there? Yeah. Work it. BR. A delayed one. That's what I said, for the win. For the win! Yeah. So anytime you guys are down there and you're thinking, hey, man, you know, I'm thinking this might be good for OTC, you can always hashtag down with OTC. There it is right there. Bam! Down with OTC. So we check this out once in a while, and normally it's just us tweeting about it. But we're trying to change that. Normally we'll do hashtag down with OTC, and usually it's a lot of posts that we put out, but that's okay. You can find those posts as well, right? And here's some of the other places you can check us out too. Our Twitter channel. This is our. No, we don't have it. We don't have it on the screen. What is this one here? Yeah, that's yeah. So we don't have everything. There you go. There you go. That's everything you can see right there. Oh, actually, I don't share my screen again. Hang on a second. Boom. There we go. Hashtag with OTC. Come on. There it is. Boom. Down with OTC. That's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it shall be. That's what it forever shall be. So anyways, guys, that's the lineup. Then Saturday morning, I want you to check out Jeff started streaming again. He usually goes on around 8:30. I don't know the math. I can't do the math where that is over in Australia, for example. But it's morning here, and I'm waking up with my coffee, and he's like laying down some cool crypto stuff. So I usually set up my lanai. I put that on, and I just start chilling out with people in the community. Usually a lot of people come in because I think it's nighttime in other places. So he's doing that Saturday. And then Sunday, we got the roundtable. Oh my gosh, are we on 7 days a week? What's happening around here? OTC went to 7 days a week. Yeti baby. I was waiting for that, for some Yeti baby. Whenever I go to Melbourne, I'm in need of a pallet. I hope I remember that website. You know what? That's a good statement there because, you know, suppose you're there and you're thinking, damn, what the hell was the name of that? Who has the best recycle? I think it was Simon. I don't know. Right? That's bound to happen. It can happen. It happens to anybody. It sure is possible, right? So anyway, check out the lineup. Pretty soon we're going to have the lineup here as we're kind of solidifying stuff. Looking to be on anywhere from 5 to 7 days a week. And then we'll be posting daily content very soon on the other channel. Again, go to the description right now. Do it now. Did you hear me? I said do it now. The thing on? Yeah. Go down there. Check it out. Click on the link. Go over to the other channel. Sub, like, subscribe. You know, go down and put comments. You know what really, you want to support OTC? You know what we like to see? Comments. Put it down there. I love the show. It was awesome. The show was okay, Chip. I don't know. You didn't share your screen. And that was weird. And I'll be like, no, you got me, man. You caught me red-handed. I got punched in the face. Throw punched a few times. We make mistakes. It's a live show. What do you want from me? Right? Chip, you know where in Melbourne I can get recycled pallets? It's weird, you know. I do recall there was a place. Huh. It'll come to me, Jeff. It just at the moment right now, man, I lost it. I know what it is. Simon's Recycle Pallets, the best pallets in Melbourne, right there. That's right. It came back to me. So there you have it. There you have it. Oh, Tina Hall saying, Roy, get the prostate check. I'm not sure what's going on in the chat, but it's getting a little weird in here. And Connie, thank you so much. Hit the like and the subscribe notifications. Thank you. What a great supporter. I always appreciate you coming in here. Way to go, Jeff, with the little funnies. I love that, right? So now I do know that. And there's going to be a pop quiz on the next XRP Minute. We're going to see if you remember, guys. We're going to find out if you remember where the best pallets, recycled pallets. I don't think they're new, but they're recycled, and I think they fix them up as good as new. I'm just vamping a little bit here, but I think that's what it is. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you for coming in here tonight. That's my take. What's yours? Let me know down below. My name is Chip. This is the XRP Minute, and I am